One of the things we like to do on a weekly basis is to leave a little space for creative arts section so people can share a song or maybe something they've painted, or often it's a piece of poetry or spoken word. Take a look at what Minister Michael Lee shared with us this last Sunday. I think you'll enjoy it.
I can't rightly say I've had a hard life, though I've lied and pretended that I did, convinced that what I've been through just, well, it isn't enough. See, I've always been enamored with stories of men who never knew Pops, and even though I love mine, I always kind of figured that he'd have to die before I heard God's call on my life. See, compared to all the stories I've heard at church, mine was kind of boring. My life could never show God's glory. My view of sovereignty twisted, thinking I knew better than God did, thinking I had it all figured out. The nerve. Like trying to write a book before you understand a verb. I heard that we serve a God who does whatever he please. Try to box him in and he'll split the Red Sea. Calls Pharisees dogs and gives his blessings to the meek. Said the rich will be destroyed. And one day the poor will be kings, kind of like a first century Occupy Wall Street. He can do anything, even use you or me. See, someone told me a story about a king. He had hair colored like fire with soft eyes and skin, but just a kid. Youngest brother in a group of nearly 10, probably been playing in the dirt from the look of him, but unafraid of bears, lions, and giants, brave far above the size of his frame, said he had a God that could do anything. And I've heard of a fisherman who taught more men than he ever caught fish, who walked on water and made great speeches, though he never really had a teacher. And he wrote 2 books, we call them 1st and 2nd Peter. And I know a guy who was raised in the suburbs. A nerd with a fighting brother, mom's a thinker, and dad's a lover. He inherited his mom's intellect and his father's way with words, and heard God's silent call, marked to speak life. Rightly divide the truth and spark hearts, to use my own scars to point to the cross. We all need to see Jesus in every one of our weaknesses. This world is not worthy of our calling. And I don't remember exactly when he called me, but I know enough to be sure that God can do anything, even use you or me.